Hey guys, just want to show you guys a new script I just made for you guys. All right, I know a lot of you guys are slowly starting to get into the concept of wanting to slowly, become fund managers and traders on a larger level. I know a lot of you guys are getting what do you call it? Multiple monitors and stuff like that. And MetaTrader 4 doesn't offer being able to move your charts all over the place. All right. So I want to show you guys a script that I made for you guys. Let me just show you. All right, so that's your charts, right? You'll be able to go to here, Navigator, Undock chart. All right, so this is a USD JAPI, and now you can completely move it around and undock this chart. All right, you can undock all the charts. All right, and now you can see the charts will be gone. See that? Like now you can move the charts onto different computer different monitors, and essentially have it all set up on multiple monitors. All right, to redock it, click redock, and it's right back there. All right, just to make your life a little bit more simple when you're trading. All right, in case you have, like I said, in case you have multiple monitors, or if you want to, let's say you want to be on the chat room and have the chart loaded up next to the chat. All right, so now you can take your chart and put it right next to the chat, or say you want to put your chart next to a video that I'm doing. So while I'm live, you can actually put your chart right next to the video. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. All right, it's very beneficial to individuals that want to undock their charts and move them over to multiple monitors. All right, so I'm going to have that installed for you guys. All right, I'm going to have that installed for you guys, so you can take advantage of it. Just want to show you that quickly. This week I'm also going to do some trading on, let me show you. I am going to start showing you guys, one second. I'm going to start showing you guys different methods of trading. I am actually going to teach you guys it on a different platform. All right. Okay, and I'm going to start teaching you guys the Ichimoku strategy. All right, I'm going to start teaching you guys Ichimoku strategy and how to use Ichimoku clouds to capitalize on your trades on a longer term horizon. All right, now again, I like I said, I've mentioned before, there's a lot of people out there that are doing forex programs, and they're just relying on these little EAs and indicators that do auto trading for them. Okay, and that's never going to work. All right, that is never ever going to work. So I feel bad for anyone out there that is promoting teaching forex but using these $5 indicators and expert advisors and robots to trade and making these claims, because None of those make money. They all go bust, and that's the quickest way to blow your account up. All right. So this is another strategy I'm going to teach you guys. Remember, yeah, all of a sudden everyone's an FX mentor. Everyone all of a sudden is a Forex mentor. And what kills me is a lot of these guys just want like auto trading, free trading, and like they don't want to learn, right? So they're never going to learn. What's going to happen is these are programs that are coming up. You know, they're guys, bunch of young kids that are creating websites for $100, $200, throwing some stupid text on there and putting some pictures of themselves in rental cars and fake Rolexes and telling people that they're going to teach them how to trade the markets. Meanwhile, they don't know how to trade themselves, and they're using these, you know, robots they find online to say they're going to make money. Well, those robots are just going to blow all your accounts out. They're going to make you lose every bit of penny you have, and it's a joke, right? Nobody should ever be interested in an auto trader. Don't ever be interested in someone that's going to tell you, I'm going to just let you copy all my trades, all right? It's not good for you. You're going to end up losing a lot of your money, and they're going to quickly disappear once enough money is lost, all right? So the best thing to do is learn from someone who's an actual master at the markets, someone who can master how the markets are and teach you, all right? You want to learn how to trade the markets. You don't want to use some stupid robot that apparently makes money. If that robot was working, Warren Buffett would have bought it, okay? If that robot was so amazing, you wouldn't be on Facebook advertising it in your mom's basement bedroom, all right? Morgan Stanley would have bought it off of you. Goldman Sachs would have given you billions of dollars for it. So just think about the logic, right? To all the people that are reading this stuff on Facebook, our robot is going to make all this money in 2016. No, your robot is going to lose a lot of money. Your robot is going to lose a lot of your friends' monies, and it's going to end up costing a lot of issues, all right? So I'm giving everyone a suggestion. If there was anyone that could make a robot, I can make any robot. I've never made a robot that can automatically trade for you. I know every strategy there is. I can write one. I already code. You guys can see all the stuff I've made for you guys. So please don't, you know, these guys that are putting these robots on for $150 and in 2016 we're going to make all this money. This shit has been existing since the days of Fat Turbo. For the last 6 years, people have been making robots. The only robot that would ever work is if there was a robot that was copying my trades. That's the only thing that would ever work, is if something was just directly copying my trades. In fact, the funny thing is 99% of these other businesses that are doing Forex and hyping up everyone on Facebook, if you go take a look at their charts, they're using my chart template. They're using my chart colors, my chart templates, my indicators. They're learning from me and taking 1 week of knowledge and basically trying to twist it around and create their own setup. So just be very careful. Look at all their charts. They're all using my chart templates, all right? So I don't know, like some of these companies, I hear their names here and there. I don't know what they're called. IFL and IML and CPC and KGB and tits and ass, and I don't know what the hell these companies are and where they came from, but I'm giving you, as one of the biggest individuals in the world in Forex, all right? You know, you're talking to a guy that's an ex-brokerage owner, fund manager, with months and months and months and months of live trading experience. I'm a real Forex trader. That's my life. That's what I do for a living, all right? The rest of these guys just learned Forex the last few months and are making these crazy claims and these crazy businesses, and I don't see any of them making money. So I just want to prevent you guys. I want to prevent you guys from, you know, jumping into this nonsense, right? Like, I know that IML company is using a harmonic indicator that I have as well, and they're just taking trades off the harmonics indicator, which is the first thing I taught my students: never take a trade off the harmonic indicator. I taught my students how to draw their own harmonics. And the first thing I said is never, 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 ever take a trade off the harmonic indicator. It is not accurate to take a trade off of. It is accurate to open your eyes to a trade that you could possibly start looking at. All right, no indicator or oscillator or expert advisor is stable enough for you to execute your trades off of it. You may make 5 to 10 winning trades, and then you'll lose everything you have. All right, so I highly suggest none of you guys try that. Don't do it. Okay, you'll end up losing all of your money. You heard it here first. You will lose every single penny you have. All right, do not get involved in any of these companies. They know nothing about Forex. They know nothing about trading. They have no traders or mentors or teachers on staff that have any name in the industry, any business in the industry. You want to be involved with someone that knows exactly what they're doing, someone that does it live for a living. Okay, so don't waste your time with this nonsense. I wasn't going to speak up about it, but now I see it all over the internet, and I see these guys are just trying to take advantage. Since Mentor Tips was launched, they saw the success of Mentor Tips, so they just all want to replicate it. And they think that by creating these stupid strategies that they're going to, get thousands and thousands of students like I have. They're not going to be able to, because it's not about, my students are not my students because of indicators and oscillators. My students are my students because of me, because of who I am. I've got 8 months of live trading history. Okay, I'm the only one making money, and a lot of those guys out there that are launching these companies are following me as well. And the funny thing is, every time I approach them, they shit themselves. They get terrified. They get petrified and terrified and scared that I'm going to cut them off. And they send me a formal apology and that we're not doing anything against you, So I'll tell you right now, like, I'm not going to cut them off, but I suggest none of you take any Forex advice from anyone other than me. All right? If you want to succeed, you should only take any Forex advice from me. I charge next to nothing for my program. I am cheaper than every single one of them, and I have 10 times better products than all of them. I have an actual infrastructure designed to teach you how to master the markets. All right? Again, I'm trying to prevent you guys from losing your hard-earned money, all right? And I will happily, if there's anyone out there, any of these companies, I don't know what they're called, global, I don't know, whatever they're called, and all the other companies, if their CEO or their mentor would like to get on a call with me, I can do a live call and share the call with everybody. And if he can prove to me that he's capable of mentoring, I will help their businesses grow. So for any of these guys out there launching these businesses, in fact, I'll take my hats off to Forever and Profit. Forever and Profit was the only company that actually reached out to me. The owner reached out to me, and actually was very open and honest, and said I have a pretty big following, and I would like to bring all my students to you. They actually were, they did the honorable thing, they did the honorable thing, and I respect Marco tremendously for that. I definitely respect Marco for that, and he was honest and came out and said, I teach Forex, I teach my students, but we're not capable of teaching what you're teaching, and I would like to have my students learn from you as well. And that was an honorable thing to do. And there's a lot of companies out there that are capable of teaching a bit and teaching the basics, But of course, again, I believe I am the biggest in the industry at what I do, and I would just rather you learn from me, all right? Which is why I've brought my price level um, uh, to such a low point and offer so much. That way, people don't have to stray away and try these EAs for 150, 200 bucks, all right? So, again, I want to make sure that you guys are protected. I want to make sure that you guys don't get involved in something that's going to make you lose money, because Forex is an amazing industry to be in. Forex is phenomenal to be in, and yes, you can make a lot of money, a tremendous amount of money, but you really need to be mentored by someone that is legitimate, someone that is really out there to teach you. All right, there's no reason for you to pay 600 or 1,000 bucks for any private lessons, because I believe the individuals teaching are not qualified. No, Steve Morrow's good at what he does. Steve Morrow's good at what he does. Again, there's individuals out there that have a name, they have a record. I'm talking about these guys that are springing up overnight and just making multi-level marketing companies out of Forex. It's really bugging me, because I've worked my ass off in this industry, man. You know, I'm the only one that has CEOs of Forex brokerages flying out to meet them, you know? When was the last time the CEO of a Forex brokerage flew out to meet anybody, right? I get CEOs flying out to meet me and sit down with me for a reason. So there is reputable people out there, but these individuals that are turning Forex into an MLM, it's really hurting me because it's an insult to what I do. It's an insult to my industry. It's an insult to all the phenomenal Forex traders out there. You know, there is some great traders out there. There's some phenomenal traders out there. They don't mentor, they don't teach. I know some of them follow me on Twitter, and they're great at what they do. You know, even trading fraternity, as much as we went back and forth, they actually have a good program for stocks, and they actually teach their students stocks. And as much as Josh and I have gone back and forth, I believe he's qualified to teach. I believe he's qualified to do what he's doing, and I believe he's genuinely teaching. So I don't have an issue with them. I have an issue with the individuals that are creating multi-level marketing companies out of our industry. You know, in fact, it's even a direct insult to as much as he's someone I've gone head to head with as well. It's even an insult to guys like Tim Sykes. It's an insult to guys like Trading Fraternity, guys like me, guys like Steve Morrow. Even that ICT guy on Twitter's got some good trades. So it's an insult to a lot of us that do this for a living, that this is our bread and butter. You know, you can't just spring up into our industry and launch a website with a couple $100 and hire a bunch of kids off the street that are 20 years old and feed their minds with bullshit and tell them, you know, go out there and sell my product. It's don't buy their product, okay? Don't, because it's all nonsense. Anyone that's doing multi-level marketing, all right, is not there to teach you. They're just a multi-level marketing firm, all right? And so stay away from them. Okay, the only people, if you want to learn Forex, I'm the only guy out there teaching it. I'm the only guy with a track record. I'm the only guy where my students make money every single day. I'm the only guy with a platform as big as it is. All right, and I only charge $97, which is cheaper than every single other person as well anyways, and you get all of my tools. So there's no reason for you to go anywhere else. There's no reason. There's no reason for you to go anywhere else. All right, like someone just said, my program costs less than the amount of money you spend on coffee every month. All right, so just want to give you guys that heads up. All right, don't believe in any robots that make money. They don't believe in any indicators that you can take trades off of. Indicators are designed to be indicators. They indicate something. They're not executors, right? Think about it. If they were to execute trades, they'd be called executors. And like I said, I have that exact same harmonics scanner that IML has, and I am opposed of, I don't let any of my students, all right, ever take a trade off of my harmonics. The first thing I taught them is do not ever take a trade off harmonics. I taught them how to use harmonics. I taught them how to set it up, all right, and how to use it to find trades, but not to execute trades. And IML is telling people to take trades off of it. That is bad mentoring. That is bad advice, and that's going to cause people to lose money. And you know, my only other teacher is Harsh, and I think you guys can all agree, Harsh knows more than every single one of these guys teaching Forex as well combined, you know. So just make sure that you guys are only learning from us, that we're the only, you know, we're your go-to component, and keep it that way. Don't go wasting your money and spending your money and losing your money at all. All right, just realize that. All right, I'm trying to help you guys out here. I don't condone any of these other companies at all. A lot of these guys are also signing up for mentor tips and then creating fake posts on their Facebook that they're leaving mentor tips. They're actually already promoters of these other multi-level marketing companies, so they'll sign up for mentor tips and then purposely leave to say, hey, I left mentor tips because this, and this. I found a better place to go to, which is their own company. So it's just cheap marketing on their behalf, right? So just wanted to let you guys know that. Be very careful with what you see on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Again, there is reputable companies out there, and you know, I would take Tim Sykes over any of these guys, put it that way. All right, at least he's got an infrastructure, you know. So I just want to prevent you guys. I know 2016 is coming, and there's a lot of guys fishing with their marketing campaigns about this crazy stuff they have that they're launching in 2016. It's bullshit. Don't pay any attention to it. All their stuff is nonsense. It's $5 indicators they found on Google, and they found a guy off of Elance, paid him $50 to retrofit it, change the name on it, change the color scheme, and they're promoting it as some money-making tool, making them thousands of dollars. It's all bullshit. It's all lies. And again, I wasn't going to speak out until I saw how many people are promoting their stuff for 2016, and it's going to cause a lot of poor young adults to lose money. All right, and it's sad because it's going to demotivate these kids from Forex, and Forex is an amazing thing to be in. All right, so just want to clear that up with you guys. Make sure you're only learning from us. All right, again, to be a part of my program, all you do is send an email to joinmentortips@gmail.com. all right, it's joinmentortips@gmail.com. Samson, my target audience is anyone who's interested in trading the financial markets, anyone who's interested in bettering themselves, anyone who's interested in success. My point isn't you know, my point here isn't to sell a dream. My point here is to help people realize their own potential. All right, I don't sell dreams. I educate, I help, and I show people what they can do in their lives, and they can take that however they want. Right? They can take that however they want, and they can apply that to real life. All right. And it's not just about Forex, okay? So just understand that, okay? I promote success. I promote positive energy, you know. So don't just, like I said, don't waste your time with any of these companies out there that are saying they have EAs and indicators and robots. Any of that, because they don't. It's just they've taken something, they've renamed it, and it's useless. It's going to end up losing everyone money. and they don't really care because they're just getting your money anyways, right? They don't really care. It's they don't care. All right. Another thing to keep watch for is anyone that is giving you a membership that is using payment processors that don't allow you to do a chargeback. All right. If they, like I charge with PayPal and credit cards with a legitimate company called Stripe. So, if people can do chargebacks, but they never do, right? Because I'm not worried. If people are selling a product with shady payment processors, it's because they're not even going to allow you to do a chargeback if you don't like the product, and you got to be careful with that as well. All right. So don't get sucked into these programs that are promising you to just give you a tool that makes you money. It's not true. A tool cannot make you money. This is the only tool that can make you money. All right. And Sam just said these MLM companies have already fucked up the fitness industry. They ruined the fitness industry. Like, look at Shreds. They ruined fitness, and now they're getting sued. You got guys out there like Andy Frisella, who owned First Form Nutrition, busting their ass with 100,000 square foot facility building products, right? And then you got these guys like Shreds coming on, hiring a bunch of females to do an MLM on their, it's just nonsense, So I'm going full force against multi-level marketing, and I'm going to do whatever I can to get people off of that. And like I said, if you're a part of multi-level marketing, email me at joinmentortips@gmail.com. Let me get you out of that nightmare, because all it is a nightmare. And you're going to look at this idiot here. Here's another multi-level marketing guy in here. All right. You're going to what you're going to end up doing is putting yourself in a bad situation. All right. You're going to put yourself into a bad situation. So let me help you get out of that. Okay. And my program even has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So obviously the stuff I've listed, the way I run my program it's very legit. It's I'm not worried about anything. I have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I make sure that I make sure I read and talk. I can easily read everything and talk. Come on, man. You think I got where I got by not being able to multitask? I'm reading everything as I'm typing. So anyways, I personally have some major development for mentor tips, and it's different. My development is Samson, stop. My development is actual programs that I'm developing. My development is creating new projects. My development is bringing more functionality to my students. All right. That's what my development is. I have no interest in releasing anything that will automatically trade for you, because that's not sustainable, and it'll end up it'll make me a joke in the industry. The bigger guys would laugh in my face. So we are a professional company, like DJ Cal just said. We're a professional company. We're an actual alumni. We have an actual school. We have an actual program. We have 7 live sessions a day. We have a community. It's different, right? You can't compare that to what these other guys are running. So, just do yourselves a favor and stray away from all of these multi-level marketing Forex businesses. None of them know anything about Forex. None of these guys know how to trade. None of them are making any money. It's all a shamble. It's all a big shamble to get you in. That's how multi-level marketing works. They create big hype. They're lying to you. I don't mean to be a dick, all right? I really don't mean to be a dick, and this is I don't want it to come out the wrong way, but you kind of got to look at a person that says they're super successful, all right? If someone is really that successful, making all that money, why are they not living in a bigger home? Like, I'm not being a dick and being superficial. I'm just saying it's common sense, right? Like, Andy Frisella says he's wealthy, right? The guy's got the cars to back it up. Cody Sperber says he's wealthy. He's got the stuff to back it up. Agent Stevens says he's wealthy. He's got the stuff that backs it up. Pejman from what's this company called? The Success Company. You know, what's Peshmar's company called? He has a book, Secret Entourage. The guy's got the stuff to back it up, right? You know, even Jason, you know, these guys, Daily Dose, they got something to back it up. Like, you know, they say we're good at doing what we do, and yeah, they're making money, and they can kind of show it. It's not superficial, but these guys that are coming on here saying, oh, my indicator just made this much money on Facebook, but you know, I'm observant, right? When I'm watching your videos, I look at your surroundings, I look at your crown molding, I look at your floors, I look at your doors, and I can tell easily where you're living, what kind of financial situation you're in, right? So when I'm looking at that, I'm saying, well, you're living in like a $700 a month place, not knocking it off, but I'm saying, so you're clearly not making money, right? Or guys making videos in like $4,000 cars, like, you're not making money. So why are you making these crazy claims? Like, you know, it's just, I'm not being a dick. I'm just trying to show you guys you have to use your brains as well, right? You got to use your head. You got to be smart a little bit, right? And you gotta use better judgment. When you're looking to learn from someone, you gotta use proper judgment. You gotta make sure you take a look at their surroundings. So like, even like trading fraternity, yeah, man, the kid's young. He's got a $350,000 Ferrari. His followers seem pretty legit. I don't care if we were against each other, but in terms of him educating, I think he's a good educator, and I guess he's got a success behind him. So other than me and him just going like this for a pissing contest, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't say don't go to him if you want to learn stocks, because the guy's obviously successful, right? So you got to make sure that, you know, who you're following and who's teaching you to be successful is successful. Remember the lesson I taught you guys about me walking out of my my business course? Because I asked my teacher, I said, well, you're making $60,000 a year. How the hell are you going to teach me to make $1 million? If you could teach me to make $1 million, you'd be making $1 million yourself. All right? You'd be making $1 million yourself. So if you're not making $1 million yourself, how can you teach me to make $1 million? And I walked out of the course. Right? So you gotta kind of look at those variables and see what makes sense to you. All right? Tim Clark, I do not look the same as Harsh, FYI. Do you guys understand? Does that make sense? Like, I'm a realist. I'm a realist that really came from nothing and is really building a life and has really built companies. You know, if I preach to you that I can teach you to do business, well, I just launched. This is my second multi-million-dollar company I've launched in front of your eyes. So naturally this says, okay, this kid knows how to launch a business. So if I come to you and say, if you have a business idea, I can help you launch your business idea successfully, you can turn around and say, if I don't care about Forex, at least I can listen to Reza because he just launched a multi-million-dollar company in front of all of our faces, right? So the track record is there, right? The concept is there, the business is there, the savviness is there. Do you understand what I mean? My goal is to educate and help as many people as possible, right? So, you know, you gotta educate yourself properly, okay? Samson's one, I really don't understand the objective of you on the scope. Mind elaborating why you're on the scope and asking questions that are not to do it, not making you a better person, or they're not making anyone better. I'm not really sure why you're asking the questions you're asking. So maybe you can enlighten me. You sound, you know, I think you're trying to propose that you're an extremely intelligent individual and you're here to mock me. So please go ahead and humor me. Humor me with your knowledge. Kiko, I just said your name. So humor me with your knowledge. Is there any question anybody has? Anybody have any questions? Let me know if you guys have any questions. You don't need to ask anything. I decided to give you the day off, Samson. I gave you a free vacation day, fully paid. Money management is great, and a lot of you guys are going to get into fund management. A lot of you guys are going to inevitably become fund managers, and that's why it's vital for you to learn Forex. That's why it's vital for you to come on these live sessions with me and learn as much as you can, right? It's not vital for you to get EA that trades for you, because that's also, in the world of money management, no one will give you money. No one will give you a dime. Let me let you know that right now. The moment a client or an investor finds out you're using a robot to trade, not only will they take all their money away from you, they will put a bad reputation out for you in the public. Never ever use a robot to trade. People will take all their money back from you. So make sure you don't ever get involved in that if you're looking to be a money manager. Someone just said I look sexy as fuck. I hope you're a girl who said that, not a guy. Harmonics is great. Harmonics is essentially using Elliott waves to forecast, reversals in price. But harmonics isn't there to tell you when to enter and when not to enter. Harmonics is designed to give you an idea. Say, listen, something's going on here. Go take a look at it. All right, that's what harmonics is designed to do. Harmonics is not designed to say enter or exit a trade. If that was the case, the top hedge funds in the world would fire their multi-billion-dollar staff and just use a harmonics indicator, right? Like the biggest hedge funds in the world will be using IML instead of paying millions of dollars to their staff. So, indicators are essentially what they're called. Is indicators. They indicate something. They're indicating to you that you should take a look at that price action and see what's going on. Harmonics can never tell you when and when not to enter. Harmonics may 7 out of 10 trades give you the right direction and build fictitious confidence. You'll build fake confidence off of the right trades you took off of it, and what happens after is you keep trading like that until you lose all of your money. It's very similar to a strategy a lot of these guys are using called a martingale strategy. So a lot of these guys out there that are teaching Forex also use a martingale strategy. So they keep adding on to losing positions, and what happens is they sell the euro at 135, it goes to 136, they sell it again at 137, they sell it again at 138, they sell it again at 139, they sell it again. Eventually, yeah, the prices are going to come down and close all of them in a profit. But what happens if they keep going up, right? All your account is gone, all your money is gone. That's called a martingale strategy. And that's what a lot of these guys are using too. Again, these guys are newbies. These teachers are newbies. The stuff they're saying is stuff that I was doing 6 years ago, 5 years ago when I first started, right? And they're adding to losing positions, or they're using indicators they find online. The list goes on and on and on. And these guys are not traders, right? These guys, again, they're brand new individuals into the market that they're just marketers. They're network marketers. That's all they are. That they see a niche in Forex, and because they saw what I did, they saw the global noise I created with Forex, and they're saying, well, let's go take a piece of that pie. But what they don't understand is the pie, the crust, the oil used to bake that pie, and the oven is owned by me. That pie is not up for sale because nobody else knows how to replicate the same pie that I make. So if you try to do that, all you're going to do is ruin your rep by making people lose money, and that's what's happening, right? That's why a lot of these companies are coming up, and people are complaining about them, and which is why I said I was pretty impressed with Forever and Profit contacted me, and they were genuine enough to say, you know, we want to work alongside you and send our students to you because your method of teaching is better than what we do, and I applaud that. You know, I really applaud Marco for stepping up to the plate and being a man, and you know, that makes me support him. If he ever needs my help, I will happily help Marco myself. Well, Goldman Sachs issued that statement 3 months after I did, I think. I think I issued the statement of the euro going to parity 3 months ago. Again, if you want to if you want to learn exactly what the markets are doing, the only person to follow is I'm being honest, is me. I've got the you know, I'm the only one that's doing what I do. So anyways, guys, I want to just give you that update. Again, abstain from using anything related to these Forex indicators and stuff. And if there's anyone claiming this, do me a favor. Just let them know that your mentor's Reza, and I'd like to speak to their CEO. Just let them know I'd like to speak to their CEO, and I will happily talk to their CEO, and I will find out what their credentials are, and I can tell you if they're verified or not. It's very simple. I have no problem getting on the phone with their CEO or their top trader, and they can talk to me about it. I can do that because, again, you know, when you're trying to sell something to young adults, you need to have that backing. And I will get on the phone with any of these CEOs that are selling Forex products, and I will talk to them and see what they're really selling. Hell, I will demo their robot out in front of everybody. I will demo their robot out for everybody in front of them, just to, and show everybody the real track record. In fact, I don't have a problem. Any of these guys, I will demo their product. I will do a full review of it, and I can decompile it and tell you exactly what it does. I'll decompile their entire program and tell you exactly what it does. It's nothing, you know. So it's very simple to do that. So what you guys should do is just you know, completely just cut off all these other people teaching and stay within our community. Stay within the Mentor Tips community, and that's it. That's the only community you need to be a part of. No other community out there. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy or breath. This community is the only community. By all means, if you want to do stocks, if you want to venture out, to even, like I said, guys like Trading Fraternity or ICT or Tim Sykes, whatever. At least they've got something, you know. At least they've got something, that they've got a legitimate business. I will never put down another person's business. And like I said, I'm actually speaking well about people that have competed with me in the past because they legitimately have a business. But these guys that are just throwing out websites for $50, like, I just came speechless, you know. USD Japanese pushing up. What's the euro doing? Anyway, so you guys understand the point I'm trying to make, all right? So I would not learn Forex from anyone that's a multi-level marketing company, because their interest is not to help you. Their interest is only to get people to sell their product. There's no interest in there at all. There's no interest at all to teach you Forex, because they don't know Forex at all. at all. All right? None of them do. None of them know anything about trading, period. In fact, I heard they've got some of the worst trade records there is. I heard these guys have lost 150 pip trades, 200 pip. Like, how do you allow yourself to lose 200 pips? Like how do you allow yourself to lose 200 pips? I don't want to mention their name, but they had like 200 pip losses. How do you even allow the trade to go in that much of a drawdown? Where's your risk management? 100 pips losses, 200 pip losses, 150 pip losses. How the hell could you allow that? That can blow someone's entire 401k. That can blow their entire mortgage. Anyways, some of these guys got to stop getting high on your own supply. You know, don't get high off your own supply kind of thing. All right? I send you my system to close your mouth. Okay, send me your system. Send me your system. Send me your system. I want to see your system. I want to see your goofy system. I would love to see it. So anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys soon. Send me your email. Find my email, man. My email is send it to forexoceansky@gmail.com. Send me your system. Your system. What does your system do? Okay, what does your system do? Let's do this live. What does your system do, man? Mind telling me exactly what your system does? What's it based off of? Like, what is it designed to do? Or go on Periscope right now. Go on Periscope right now. Go on Periscope. I'll watch your feed. If it's good, I'll share it. How's that? I'll share it with like 100,000 people. Go on Periscope right now. Go on Periscope. I want to see your system. I want to see the system. What happened to this guy? Where is he? He was going to close my mouth with the system. You have Periscope. You're on Periscope, so you can show me your system. Like, what is your system going to do? Like, do you get stuck in a toilet? Your system has RSI MACD technical analysis. Okay. RSI MACD and technical analysis. Okay, so technical analysis is like, what is it? So RSI and MACD. So never mind technical analysis. It's MACD. Okay. So on the MACD, what could you possibly use on a MACD other than the histogram? What could you possibly use on the MACD other than the histogram? How would you even combine a lagging indicator and an oscillator? How? Teach me, because I don't know how. How do you combine a MACD with RSI? Like, what you're doing with this, with these two indicators? Okay, I'm gonna go watch this guy. I'm gonna go watch this guy.